Hey guys, this is Steve Bourne. Welcome back to another episode of Born to Talk About Sports. Today I'm going to be talking about the WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view tonight in St. Louis, Missouri, at the old football stadium where the St. Louis Rams used to play, and then I'll get into the AFC and NFC NFL Conference Championship weekend. Yeah, tonight I'm going to start off with, like I said, probably my one of my favorite wrestling pay-per-views of the year, the Royal Rumble. Um, since 28 the pay-per-view has been going on since 1988. It was started off as a TV special in Hamilton, Ontario, and then morphed into a pay-per-view event. And then starting in 1993, the winner of the Royal Rumble was guaranteed a title shot at WrestleMania. The beauty part of the Royal Rumble is the surprises. Um, Sometimes surprises are 1, 2, or 3, and sometimes it's number 30. Uh, Basically, the point of a Royal Rumble is it starts off two guys in the ring, then every 90 seconds somebody comes out unannounced um, from that spot, and it keeps going till all 30 entrants have gone in. And the way to eliminate an opponent is throwing him or her over the top rope until both feet hit the floor. And then we learned in 1995 with Shawn Michaels that both feet needed the floor because he only one foot hit the floor and came back and eliminated the British Bulldog to win it. But since 2018, they've actually made a women's Royal Rumble as well, and exact same rules, 30 women, 90 seconds intervals. And so tonight there's expected to be a few surprises. There's rumors that uh, Ronda Rousey will be making her return to WWE, and this would be her first appearance in almost 3 years. She left to start a family. She had a baby back in September, and the rumors are she's been training, ready to return. There's also speculation that Lacey Evans, who had a baby last fall as well, is expected to return as well. And Asuka, a Japanese sensation, who's been going through some shoulder surgeries and some facial surgeries, she's expected back as well. But no, tonight's going to be a fun night. It's always good, some surprises, some good singles matches too, including Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, both former UFC or mixed martial arts. Brock was UFC, Bobby Lashley was Bellator. Then you've got Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, two former Shield members going at it. Again, should be a hell of a match, and there might be some twists and turns with Brock and Roman, and they've teased having matches with each other against each other, and Roman actually had to drop out on January 1st because of a positive COVID diagnosis. But since he's recovered, and they might tease that leading up to WrestleMania. But yeah, no, I am looking forward to tonight's show. The crowd in St. Louis is always hot. It's a very traditional wrestling city, and this, as they say, this leads to the road to WrestleMania. So this will start the road, and WrestleMania season's always fun because you always get your big matches, and part timers always come back for one more payday. So this should be fun. My predictions for the men's match, I'm going to throw it out there. I think it's going to be Big E is going to win the men's Royal Rumble, and the women's Royal Rumble, I think it'll be either Ronda Rousey, Asuka, or Bianca Belair. I think it's going to be one of those three. Last year when they did the Royal Rumble during the pandemic, they did it with the virtual audience, and I was lucky enough to be in the crowd for that one. So if you have the WWE Network, check it out. Last year's Royal Rumble if you want a brief history. So, and then tomorrow, Sunday, is Conference Championship weekend in the NFL. We've got the defending AFC champions. This is their fourth straight year in the Conference Championship, the Kansas City Chiefs, against a team that had, before this year, hadn't won a playoff game in 30 years, the Cincinnati Bengals. You've got the experience with the Chiefs. You've got the inexperience with the Bengals. This is very similar to last year when Kansas City hosted Buffalo and routed them. I think by 14 points. So I know they played each other on week 17, and Cincinnati won with a last second field goal, but I don't think this game's going to resemble anything close to that. I think Kansas City, they got a huge scare last week with Buffalo. They will beat Cincinnati. The spread is 7.5. I expect them to cover. I think, I honestly, I think Kansas City wins in a bit of a laugher. Uh, Now that Mahomes is great white whale, Tom Brady's out of the playoffs, I don't see anybody stopping the Chiefs to win the whole thing this year. And Mahomes is just going to cement his legacy as one of the best of his era. There's really not much more to say. I mean, hats off to the Cincinnati Bengals for they're having a hell of a playoff run. They won their first playoff game in 30 years, getting over that hump. And then with the upset of Tennessee, despite Joe Burrow being sacked 9 times last Saturday, this year is already I think a success for the Bengals. I mean, they've proven they're amongst the AFC elite with your Kansas Cities, with your Buffaloes. Um, Hell, you can throw your Tennessee Titans up there and like I say, go from there. Now, like I mean, what else is there to say? The Bengals are probably one of the top 4 teams in the AFC, and definitely one of the top 6 or 7 in the NFL. And then we go to SoFi Stadium in LA for the NFC Sunday Night Conference Championship. We've got the surprising San Francisco 49ers versus probably one of the most overall complete teams in the league, the Los Angeles Rams, especially with Matt Stafford, who came from Detroit, didn't have any playoff success there because the team was horrible, didn't have any success really. And he's showing that he, with some good receivers, especially probably the best in the game right now, Cooper Kupp, and a very competent receiver when his mind is focused on football, Odell Beckham Jr., that they're probably definitely, I think they're the best team in the NFC right now. I mean, Aaron Rodgers proves he's a playoff choker. He's played the San Francisco 49ers in the playoffs 4 times, lost 4 times. I know he's won 1 Super Bowl, but he will go down as a playoff choker, in my opinion. I mean, the evidence speaks for itself. The Packers have had good enough teams, including this year, to go to the Super Bowl. Last year, good enough to go to the Super Bowl, and they just can't do it. And I think Aaron Rodgers is done in Green Bay. If the rumors are true that Brady is going to be retiring, because it looks like Gronk is going to hang it up too, again, that I think you'll see what Aaron Rodgers do what Brady did. When you get older and you're playing in the cold, you want to go down south. So I think he either goes to Tampa or the Steelers try to get him after Big Ben announced his retirement, and shoot up to Big Ben, Hall of Fame career, probably the longest serving quarterback in Pittsburgh Steelers history, won 2 Super Bowls, got the team to the playoffs a few times when they had no right going to, including this year. But going back to the NFC Championship, the San Francisco 49ers are, I don't want to say they're doing it with smoke and mirrors, but Jimmy Garoppolo is not 100%. Everybody knows that. They're doing it with Deebo Samuel, again, probably not 100%, especially after that game last week against Green Bay in the cold. But one thing that is going to be fun to watch, though, is just to see can Matt Stafford handle the pressure playing at home for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo has been there, kinda, because he was Brady's backup. But no, the NFC Championship game I think will be a bit better than the AFC Championship game. But I do think the Rams are favored by 3.5, and I think they cover. And I do think your Super Bowl will be the LA Rams hosting the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is at SoFi Stadium just outside of Los Angeles. I'm going to be hosting the Kansas City Chiefs, which would be a fun fact. Is in over 50 years of the Super Bowl, no team has ever hosted, and then we could actually have a situation where it comes back-to-back years. Where last year it was in Tampa with the Buccaneers, and this year in Los Angeles with the Rams. If that's the case, it's going to be a high flying Super Bowl, but don't count out the Bengals. I guarantee you, Tennessee did, and now they're watching the game. With the Niners, can they pull off the upset? Possibly, yeah, because anything can happen in the NFL. I mean, Jacksonville beat Buffalo 9-6 earlier this year, so definitely anything can happen in the NFL. But I am looking forward for the Los Angeles Rams to finish off Jimmy G and the Niners' bit of miracle season, because I don't think anybody at the beginning of the year had them going to the conference championship. So I hope you guys like this video. I've learned how to enable the comments, so leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Enjoy the weekend. It's at least here in Southern Ontario, it's pretty cold, but it is supposed to warm up. So again, stay safe, enjoy the weekend, and treat each other with respect.